Hello and welcome to the second series of Fight Diaries, which is sponsored by UK Fightwear. This week we'll be chatting with Rich Rarebreed Hale as he prepares for the Bellator heavyweight final against Alexander Volkov in 4 days. So Rich, you're 4 days out from your big fight. How's preparation going for the fight?
Everything's been actually going pretty spectacular, man. We just finished up some of the technique stuff today in boxing, hitting some hand pads and just working through it, feeling very sharp, very ready. Timing's on, everything's coming together beautifully, and just according to plan.
Excellent. Now, obviously 4 days out, you don't want to do anything too strenuous, so you're starting to slow your training down now.
Yeah, today was the last day of training for me. Like I said, we just did a little bit of stuff in the boxing stand-up phase. We don't really do any contact. We definitely don't want to be cut before a big fight, especially a world championship fight. So we just dial things back, and it's all about diet and mental preparation from here on out.
That's brilliant. Now, we spoke to you a while back, and we talked about this fight. Would it be for the heavyweight title, and is it for the heavyweight title?
Yes, sir. It actually is for the belt. Bellator announced that about a couple weeks ago and told me it would for sure be for the belt. So on December 14th, coming this Friday, we're scheduled for five-minute rounds, and definitely not looking to stay in the cage that long. Looking to get our belt, get out, and go home.
That's fantastic. How pleased was you to hear that?
I was absolutely delighted. It was, you work very hard to get to this level, and I've been, fighting professionally now for 6 years, and so for all of it to come to the climax and definitely be able to fight the third round in the tournament for the belt is, it's quite a pleasure.
Yeah, I think it's deserved for both of you as well. You've both looked very impressive in this tournament so far, so I think it's going to be an amazing fight this Friday.
Correct, and thank you, sir.
Okay, so let's go through your day then. And obviously, now as you fight at heavyweight, does that affect your diet? Is your diet different to as if you were fighting at light heavyweight?
Yeah, absolutely is. You're allowed to obviously eat a lot more. I would be dialing things back a lot. I'm still eating foods and that I'm normally eating and everything else. I just dial back a little bit. I go a little more paleo, closer to the fight, just cleaning things up and getting rid of all the excess.
And roughly, what is your weight at the moment, and what will your fight weight be on Friday?
That's a good question. I honestly, being at heavyweight, I don't step on the scale anymore and really have a concern. My fight weight has been climbing a little bit each fight. We're definitely going to be just keep it on the lighter end, keeping the speed, keeping the power, and everything else, the athleticism. So, I'm not 100% sure what I'll be walking in the cage in, but we'll definitely find out come Thursday.
Is it nice not to have to worry about the weight?
It's absolutely nice. It's definitely one more thing to just take off your mind and really focus more so on the fight and less on having to break the body down and then build it back up, that close to the fight.
And also at this stage, obviously being 4 days out from your fight, what do you do to get yourself mentally prepared for your fight on Friday?
A lot of it for me at this point is just visualization. It's just going in there, sticking to what we train so hard to prepare ourselves for in the fight, and just running through the checklist in the head and then making sure that everything's on par and up to speed, and then you got everything planned out. No matter where the fight goes. You want to be prepared, so the mental preparation is key before the fight goes.
Brilliant. And just also wanted to know, what's your sleep pattern like on fight week? Are you one of these that worries about the fight, therefore can't sleep, or do you sleep really well?
I tend to. It's not the week of, but usually a couple weeks before I get, I call it fight time, and where I tend to stay up and I'm visualizing, I'm thinking, and the mind's still working so much that at times it gets difficult. I still get my sleep in. I'm plenty recovered, refreshed. But no, I actually sleep at ease. The training's done. All the work's been put in. There's nothing more to worry about. And it's all about just focusing on doing your job and getting inside that cage and basically doing exactly what you train so hard to do.
I know obviously you're flying out tomorrow. Is there much of a time difference between where you are now and where you'll be flying to tomorrow?
I believe there's a 3-hour difference from where we are now. We're in Arizona, and then we'll be flying actually into Chicago, O'Hare, and ending up in Indiana for the fights. And
how easy is it for you to adapt to that 3-hour time difference?
You're there for such a short period of time that it's really not that tough at all. Like I said, your whole day consists of just mentally preparing for the fight. You got plenty of time to rest up. We kick back in the bed, throw our feet up, relax, watch a little bit of TV, read a couple books, and just call it good.
Right, so we're 4 days out from now. We will speak to you either again tomorrow or the day after, depending on your flight. Before you go for today, do you want to just shout out anyone that's helping you prepare for this fight, and also shout out anyone that's sponsoring you for this fight as well, Rich?
Yeah, definitely, man. I'd like to just give a gigantic thanks out to my boxing coach, Kelly Davis. We took a camp first time we actually went out of Arizona. We went down to Wildcard Gym for some good, solid sparring. So big shout out to the guys down there that I was training with and sparring to prepare me for this championship fight, and Wildcard for allowing us to use their facility. Along with a couple other gyms down there that had let us come in to work our technique on the off sparring days. So, big shout out to those guys. As always, big shout out to my training camp guys, the original guys, Jay Parents from Tribal CrossFit, who's been helping me with my strength and conditioning, and Edward Sanchez out of Sanchez BJJ, who's been working on my groundwork and just helping to build and make a champion. And aside from that, just a big shout out to my manager, Rudy Baez, and then my also sponsor guy, Danny Lagori. He's just been killing it with the sponsors. Big thanks out to all the sponsors that have just been coming through. I mean, you can check me out at Rich Rarebreed on Twitter, and we would definitely blast those guys and show our support for them supporting us. And everything is greatly appreciated. Got some championship sponsors going into the championship fight.